Good afternoon. My name is Roy Lopez. I am with the Dallas Fed. What an incredible day. Thought-provoking. Thank you. Thought-provoking, insightful, totally scalable ideas that were shared today. And I'm dying to take these concepts back to my hometown of Dallas. As one of the conference organizers, I had a complete year to think about why we have a conference like this. Well, I go back to my roots. Growing up along the Texas-Mexico border, two things were in very short supply: hope and opportunity. You see, I grew up in Starr County, Texas, where the poverty rate in this part of the state back in the 1980s was over 60%, and the unemployment rate of 50%. I had too many family members and friends that were exposed to jail, and their outcomes certainly reflected that. These discussions today are personal to me. Today, I walk away inspired, I am reflective, and I am certainly motivated. In my opinion, two things move people towards better economic outcomes. One is their own grit and savvy, but the other is exposure to opportunity. In many ways, grit is inherent within, but exposure to opportunity is something we, as a community, can control. Whether you run a program, serve on a board, work to develop industry clusters, create educational opportunities, or invest in scalable models, creating exposure to vulnerable communities and populations is what we should all strive for. I enjoy quotes, and in many ways, quotes summarize the day. I loved what Ray Marshall had to say this morning. He said, "Smart and educated people plus efficient organizations create great countries." What a great place to start the conversation today. He then added, "Investment in workforce development is a high-yield investment," reminding us of the success of the GI Bill, one of the nation's original workforce development programs. And Pat Harker had a lot of insight as well. The report from the system outlined various barriers. He talked about transportation and addiction and lack of childcare and barriers for ex-offenders. He described barriers as a wall of bricks when headed toward economic mobility. He encouraged us by saying we have a lot to gain from workforce development success. When businesses and programs are in alignment, skills gaps go away. Other morning speakers made us think about things that admittedly were not on my radar screen, like tax reform for the lowest quartile, or open source education models as the future of workforce development, or not to look at concepts so black or white, like the difference between automation versus tech augmentation we heard this morning. And Rick Wartzman at lunch asked two very thought-provoking questions. Has the social contract with your employer ended? And what happened to the great American job? His top solution, a huge public investment in lifelong learning, AKA investing in America's workforce, our theme today. And Esther George shared her concerns about job polarization and an aging workforce. Her concerns are the decline of the middle-skilled job. We have lost 22 million of these middle-skilled jobs. This is anxiety-causing. However, the cleverest quote came on Twitter, and it read, "If you think workforce training is expensive, try ignorance." With that, I encourage you to enjoy the great city of Austin. It's going to be a beautiful evening, and be safe. Watch out for the effects of the Tito's vodka, which is made right here in Austin. We start bright and early at 7 a.m. With a networking breakfast and with opening remarks at 8 a.m. Please don't be late. And you will not want to miss tomorrow's lineup. We have a wonderful lineup. With that, I can't wait to see you. Be safe, And we are adjourned. Thank you so much.